I think we can all agree that Battlefield 2042 is the low point of the Battlefield franchise, but there is one thing we can all learn from Battlefield 2042, and that Battlefield can incorporate from Battlefield 2042. And it has to do with just how generational the footstep and directional audio was from that game. In today's video, I'm going to demonstrate to you the absolutely staggering difference between 2042's positional audio when it comes to footsteps and just being able to place those sounds you hear in game to the current state of Battlefield 6's audio. The difference is utterly astronomical and, in my opinion, really puts into perspective just how far Battlefield 6's audio has to go. So let's get into the comparison. If you enjoy the content, if you want to stay up to date with everything Battlefield 6, hit the sub button, hit the like button, and swing by the streams. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders and this YouTube channel. All links are in the description. If you've played Battlefield 6, you have probably encountered a situation where the audio has let you down. Whether it be a missing sound cue for a footstep for a guy that is directly next to you, or the deafening howl of jets 500 meters away that are completely irrelevant to anything that is happening within your vicinity. And then you spend hours trying to figure out if it's your headphones that are the problem or if you're using the wrong audio settings. While that may be a contributing factor, it is absolutely not the main reason. It is an issue with the game's audio itself, and that is up to DICE to fix, and they have already tried to address the audio multiple times. Off the top of my head, they've pushed 3 or maybe even 4 updates with audio-specific sections, and in my opinion, it hasn't gotten that much better. But you know what Battlefield game has underrated footstep audio? Battlefield 2042. So that gave me the idea to actually compare the two audio experiences. This might be a bit hard to get across in video form, but I will point out key audio movements in these clips that I'm going to show you for 2042 and for Battlefield 6. So let's get into the first clip. To form a baseline, we're going to start off with the current state of Battlefield 6's audio in a close-range infantry scenario. That was pretty fast, but let me break this down. So I'm running towards this area, and there's a guy running towards me, but my own footsteps drown out the sound of the enemy running at me. Then I hear a single step all the way to my left at a door. I turn, but as soon as I hear that, there is another set of footsteps that appears right behind me. And what's confusing about this clip is the footsteps that appear right behind me at the other staircase should have been audible well before that guy even got to that position. In contrast, let's take a listen to how crystal clear Battlefield 2042's positional audio is. In this clip, you can clearly see me react to multiple audio cues. The first one I react to is when I hear the guy prone on the top of the mountain that I grapple hook to, and the very clear one is where I hear a guy that's directly in front of me behind that tree, and as soon as I hear a single step, I know exactly where he is. But the important takeaway here is, even though these enemies are behind cover, the audio is still crystal clear. It's not like a wall is blocking it or the audio suddenly appears like in the Battlefield 6 clip. You'll notice in both the BF6 and 2042 clips, there isn't a lot going on around me, and I did that deliberately. I found clips where it's more of a controlled situation. But even when there is a total war going on around you in 2042, you do not lose the important pieces of information. The soundstage doesn't suddenly feel so full that stuff is getting lost. Take a listen to this Battlefield 2042 clip where there is a whole lot more going on. As I hope you're able to hear through the video, even though there is a war going on around me, the important audio cues are still consistently playing and I'm able to react off of them. It isn't like they don't play the footsteps because a tank is shooting or something, and that's actually the next example of Battlefield 6 that I have for you. Playing a game of Mirak Valley, I am just running along, and because there are jets in the background, it causes a vehicle to be completely silent, and I actually get run over because of it. I don't think he streams them, it's just... What?! So as far as I am concerned, in terms of the quality of Battlefield 6's audio, how it sounds, that's fine. The problem is the positional/directional audio and missing sounds due to overload of the audio engine or whatever that may be. Essentially, I think sometimes sounds don't play because there's either a bug in the game or there's something else that is taking priority over it. But if there's something taking priority over footstep sounds, why in some of these clips, when there's nothing happening around me, can I not hear people that are clearly behind me or even to my sides? The audio problems of Battlefield 6 are actually a gigantic problem for the game, given the time to kill. If you miss an audio cue and a guy gets a couple free shots on you, the chances of you turning around and actually killing that guy are next to zero. Whereas if that audio actually played, you'd be able to react quicker and be ready for the fight. I cannot stress enough how absolutely massive positional and directional audio is for the gameplay of not only Battlefield, but for any FPS game. And given the fact that DICE has already tried to address audio multiple times, there are two possibilities in my mind as to why the audio is still as bad as it is. Number one, they have more plans to try to fix audio and eventually will get it to a better state. Or, number two, the audio being the way it is actually intentional because it reduces the skill gap by allowing players to catch people off guard they wouldn't typically catch off guard otherwise. That might sound like a little bit of a conspiracy theory, and obviously I have nothing to back that up, but as a theory, in my opinion, it's not as crazy as it might sound, because if you look at the other decisions they made in this game in terms of just making it super casual, they added the sweet spot back. They increased muzzle velocities. The gunplay is arguably the easiest Battlefield gunplay of all time. The recoil is basically a joke and doesn't matter for most weapons if you set it up correctly. The time to kill is extremely fast in close quarters, and the movement is mediocre at best. So who's to say they wouldn't do anything with positional audio? Especially considering this game has a free-to-play battle royale that they heavily anticipated being their next big cash cow, which would ideally bring in hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of casual players. Whatever the reason may be for why Battlefield 6's audio is the way it is, all I can say is I hope at some point we see some massive improvements to it because I truly believe it is one of the largest issues in the game right now. Making this video was a little bit tricky, so I hope the point got across. I hope you can hear the difference between the two games and just how large of a difference there is. I'd be very interested to hear your personal experiences in Battlefield 6 when it comes to audio and how much you feel it impacts your gameplay. So be sure to let me know in the comments regarding that. If you find this video helpful or informative, hit the like button. Be sure to spread it around, hit the subscribe button, and of course swing by the streams. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders and this very YouTube channel. Join the Discord and check out the coaching linked in the description. A lot of you guys have been booking sessions and I've been trying my best to help you guys improve. If you are curious about the coaching but you don't quite know yet, you can either leave a comment and ask me, or you can read the reviews from people that have attended the session. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and spread this video around because I'm starting to get a little bit tired of not hearing anyone.